interview with Exodus here in the C Club Berlin and Thrash Fest Classics, and I'm here with
Gary Holt from Exodus.
Gary. Nice to meet you. Great to be here. And you are back on tour now, and yeah, you've been here 1 year ago. That was with Creator.
Yeah.
And do you like the band?
Do I like Creator?
Yeah.
Of course, they're old friends since like their 80s, so yeah, of course, who doesn't?
What are the difference between the tour with Creator and now with Thrash Fest?
Well, this one here where everybody's playing like, early material, which was okay for me to do it because we're kind of winding down touring for the last album anyway, we're just, going to start writing when we get home anyway, so we figured we'd go out and play, dust off some old ones for once,
Okay. Could you tell us something about the setlist tonight?
You have to wait and see. Surprise.
Okay. What is the secret to be on tour so for a long time and to live together with all the people here, all the crazy people?
To make sure that you don't hate each other, that's the main thing. That just try to stay healthy. It's like tour like this, 24 shows, 24 days. It's kind of hard, and everybody's been getting sick. So, just not drinking so much on this tour.
And what is it for a feeling to be in a nightliner for this whole time?
I'm used to it, It's comfortable, so.
Okay. And do you have a day off where you can sleep in a hotel?
No days off on this tour. Like I said, 24 shows, 24 days.
Okay. Do you have ever destroyed a hotel room on your last tours?
No, I haven't done that since maybe the 80s.
Okay. What happened in a hotel room?
Usually involves way too much alcohol and too much horsing around, and sometimes things get broke,
Okay. Next question is, what is it about traveling in cities and you played, and do you travel around the cities when you have the time? Do you see the sights or something like that?
If I have time, but we usually don't, the schedules usually go, so, yeah, it was only this year that I actually stood under the Eiffel Tower,
Okay.
I hadn't seen it till last year.
Do you have a special city which you would like to recommend to the people that they have to go to a trip or for a holiday?
I love Rome. Rome's awesome. So much history there,
Okay. And it's different between which city, which would you don't recommend?
None of them I don't recommend. As long as the show's good, that's all that matters,
Okay. Do you try to learn the language in the cities you are?
No, I'm terrible at foreign languages. I learn a few dirty words here and there, but that's about it.
Okay. So they start to play. Mortal Sin is the first band tonight, right?
Yes, yeah.
Which time you play?
We play second to last night. Us and Sepultura rotate every other night.
Okay. Do you have plans maybe to live in another country when you are finished with the music?
No, California is the place you ought to be.
And do you try the national foods when you are on tour?
Of course, yeah, it's what we get fed, so, it's like some good stuff.
Which food you would like to recommend? Which country?
Shawarma in Holland.
What is it?
Shawarma.
Never heard.
It's actually an Israeli dish, but it's like spiced lamb with garlic and chili sauce. It's awesome.
Okay. When you walk around the streets, are there people who talk to you and say, hey, you're Gary from Exodus, can you give me a photo or a sign?
If I'm walking around and there's metalheads, yeah, but, most of the time, just walk around kind of anonymous.
And what kind of gifts you bring your family and friends from the city tours?
It depends. Usually I've brought them so much shit over the years they don't need any more stuff.
Okay. So no postcards, no emails from the other countries?
Emails, yeah. I email every day.
Okay. And how often do you talk to people on the street about the band or just normal things on the street?
Not often. If I run into, like I said, some headbangers, I do, but, some old guy, 80-year-old dude in Berlin isn't too interested in what I'm doing.
What would you say are the difference between the USA and Europe?
Well, I speak the language, for one, I don't get confused about the money sometimes. Okay. I know where to go eat all the time. So.
And what about the stages and the clubs?
Europe has better clubs for sure, though.
And the crowd?
Crowds in America can be a little more violent, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of clubs do you like more? The small clubs like this C Club here, or the bigger clubs?
Depends on the audience.
Okay. Which audiences are best you ever seen? Do you have a special concert?
South America, they're the craziest, by a million miles.
Okay. Could you remember your first concert you ever played in your first band?
Yeah, it was Exodus, New Year's Eve at Montera Bay Community Center.
So you know to have ever been played another band?
Never. Well, I mean, when Exodus went on hiatus, I had a little side project with Tom and Jack called War Dance, but you know, we only did like 5 shows, and then we got back together with Paul Bailoff. So.
Okay. I got a really good special question from a user who asked one famous guitar player played in your band. He names Kirk Hammett. And he asking, do you stay in contact with him? What is it for a feeling to see him on stage? And do you know that, you think about Exodus?
Yeah, you know, I talk to Kirk quite regularly, actually. If I was home, I'd be going to the Filmworks show, you know, probably playing. But, you know, yeah, he's still a good friend, and, you know, got to share the stage a whole bunch this year at the Big 4 shows, so that was awesome.
And do you think about that Kirk Hammett can play maybe with one show back to Exodus?
Do what now?
That he come back for one show for Exodus, maybe?
Who knows? You know, maybe I'll bust his balls and make him get up and play a song sometime.
And what are the targets for Exodus in the next years?
Just writing the next record and more touring, you know.
Okay. And at the end of the interview, I want to ask you if you have a special tip for newcomer bands and unknown bands who want to start in the music business.
Just to keep practicing and stay true to your art.
Okay. Gary, that was it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.